Hi, airline passengers. Good morning. My name is Sahil Shnaman, retired commercial airline pilot for about 40 years with more than 22,000 hours, including Boeing 767ER, Airbus A340, and Airbus A330. I was also an aeronautical engineer before my flying career. Flying is still the safest means of travel, even with those isolated fatal accidents, including the one suicidal case. I have always trusted my fellow pilots, and my colleagues have always trusted me. All air passengers, whatever their rank, profession, and walks of life, have trusted, are trusting, and will continue to trust their pilots. Will passengers travel by air without pilots? I very much doubt it. To my knowledge, no pilots will fly an aircraft with a suicidal mind. Unfortunately, those two pilots of Air India AI 171 are not here to defend themselves. And the stakes are so high that the judgment will most likely be in the favor of the living. I just hope that there is no other accidents of the sort in the near future. There are 2 points which I would like to elaborate. Firstly, I believe that there might be some glitches in the system that might have caused the engines to spool down without manually moving the thrust levers back and or putting the fuel switches to cut-off position. In which case, the obvious action of the pilots will be the memory item from the QRH, Quick Reference Handbook, which will require them to move the fuel switches to the cutoff position and then back to run to restart the engines. Secondly, surely such movement will be recorded in the FDR, Flight Data Recorder, together with the engine's parameter prior to the fuel switch going to the cutoff position. To prevent putting the fuel switches to the cutoff position when not required, I recommend the following. A safety feature be installed to prevent the movement of the fuel switches to the cutoff position with the thrust levers not in the idle detent. Similar to the ground mode feature of not being able to raise the landing gear on the ground. Hence, no pilot will be able to move the fuel switch with the thrust lever not in the idle position. Lastly, I will also recommend a video recording to be included in the cockpit voice recorder CVR to know exactly what happened, especially when the pilots are not here to defend themselves. Have a nice flight. Bye.